Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about some of the ways that the blessing of the Lord makes rich. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 22 says, "The blessing of the Lord it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it." And that last part's very important because you could become rich selling drugs or doing some sort of unethical thing, but you'll have a bunch of sorrow added with that. That's not what we want. We don't want to be doing evil things and reaping the just reward of that evil. We want to be doing things in a righteous way and reaping the blessing of the Lord, which makes rich. But how does the blessing of the Lord make rich? Obviously, God does not just rain down gold bars from heaven onto you or magically put money into your bank account or give you cryptocurrency or any of these things. That doesn't happen. But he gives you witty inventions. He gives you ideas that if you act on, lead to great wealth and riches. He gives you the power to act on those ideas. You know, a lot of times people don't realize, and they're not really grateful for life. They don't realize the blessing they have of being alive in the first place. They don't see the great grace and mercy of God in giving you the breath of life, that each and every day you're living and moving and having your being in Him. And sometimes you get detached from that. It can make you not see how God's working in your life, how God's giving you ideas, how you should take action on them. This is why one of the things I do in business and life is if I have an idea that's good, I don't sit around and think about it for days on end. Especially if it's something that's going to take a few minutes, I just go do it immediately. I don't piddle around. I don't wait. I don't have to go get counsel from 50 people. And getting wise counsel is good on big decisions where you don't know what to do. But when it's something simple and small and you know what to do, and you can immediately see any potential downsides to it, and they're all right, then you just do it. But so often people will wait, they'll delay, they'll hinder. They'll say, I got to go talk to this person. I got to talk to my pastor. I got to go study on this a little bit, on something that would take them 10 to 20 minutes. And not realizing that every second they're delaying is making that thing that could have been a success lessen and lessen and lessen until the time they finally get around to thinking about doing it, the opportunity is gone. You need to act on opportunities as they come to you. It's one of the ways the Lord blesses you. And He'll give you wisdom. The scripture is very clear. If you ask of God, He gives wisdom to all men liberally. So ask. Don't waver. Don't doubt that He's not going to send it to you, or maybe He doesn't want you to know. He will give you wisdom if you'll ask. But many people don't even do that. They don't even ask. They're just like, well, let me go read a book about this. And there's nothing wrong with reading books. You should be studying. You should be constantly learning. But you should always go to the Father and get wisdom, get guidance, get leading. The Spirit will lead you into all truth. Not just spiritual truths, but truths about your business as well. Truths about which way you should go each day. What opportunities you should take. Because as you get more and more successful, you'll be presented with way more opportunities than you can even possibly have time to accept them all. So you will need to be wise about it. But you don't need to spend days deliberating and thinking. Maybe there's some opportunities that is exactly what you need to do. But in so many cases, the opportunity is something that will take you a very limited amount of time. The downsides are minimal to none. And you should just do it. And you shouldn't wait or delay, because you are cutting off the blessing of the Lord in your life when you do that. Now, another way the blessing of the Lord comes in, and people aren't going to like to hear this, but if you work at a regular job, it could come through your job. But so often people who are employed by a company or someone else don't look for opportunities to be blessed in that work. Matter of fact, they grumble about their work. They whine and complain about it. But what if you looked for opportunities to save the company money? What if you looked for opportunities to make the company more money? When you do those kind of things, you become more valuable. You'll get bonuses. You'll get raises. You will get the blessing of the Lord overflowing into your life, even in a company where it looks like there is no real potential for any further movement, for any advancement, for any blessing. But it's available to you if you'll use the wisdom of God and you'll take action and you'll become that good person, that righteous person who puts their all into their work and they do everything they do unto the Lord. You know, that simple truth is enough to get many people into tremendous prosperity, tremendous blessing in their lives, but they don't do it. If you really took to life and said, I'm going to do what I do unto the Lord, and hopefully that would not be half-hearted and lazy and sloppy, but it'd be good, productive, useful, valuable, and accomplished work, that's going to get you so far in life. And I don't care where you work, I don't care how lowly you think you are, you start making moves like that and start doing things that make the company more money, save the company money where they're just frivolously wasting money, which is the equivalent of making more money, you'll become a valuable person that gets paid more, maybe even more than everybody else in the company. You keep making enough money, you make deals. There have been people who have seen inefficiencies in a company, seen a way to make the company more money, and just asked for 10% of each new sale from this new idea I've implemented. And the company agreed, and they wind up getting paid more than the CEO or more than the owner. There are ways that God can bless you in any company if you'll look for them, and if you're working and doing everything unto the Lord. Now, I could go on and on and on about the ways the blessing of the Lord comes into your life, but one of the things you really need to realize is you just need to be open. You need to be willing to heed the voice of the Spirit, to be led by the Spirit, and to act when things come your way. If an opportunity comes your way and it's good, the downsides are limited, or maybe there's no downsides, except for, it didn't work out. That's not a big deal. Then just go ahead and do it. Act immediately. Taking action is one of the ways that you implement the blessing of the Lord in your life. Because God's given you the power to take action. He's given you the wisdom to know this is something to act on. So go ahead and do it. My friend, don't be one of these people that's laying around waiting for the Lord to bless them with a lottery win or some inheritance or some other laziness. God can't reward you if you're acting that way. But if you're out there active, producing, being like your Creator and creating, God's going to bless your hand. God's going to bless your work. God's going to prosper you in everything you do, and you are going to be the one who has received the blessing of the Lord that makes rich. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.